Hi everyone. So this video is really spur of the moment. This morning when I got up, I had no intentions of filming today. Probably shouldn't even be in front of the camera, but here I am. Just kind of worked out to do this today. So backtracking just a bit, we are a few weeks before Christmas right now, and I'm not sure when this video will actually be published, probably around Christmas or even after. Normally this time of the year, I don't plan anything extra with, the Etsy shop and the YouTube channel. Around Christmas time, it's always really busy. Not complaining though, but I just really have to watch, what I plan. But John, bless his heart, went and promised his aunt that we would make or create this piece of furniture for her that she wants to gift someone for Christmas, so we better get around to making it. He is definitely much kinder than I am, because I probably would have said, probably not before the holidays, but maybe afterwards. Like, we enjoy doing this sort of thing. It's not that we don't like it, it's just finding the time to do it. So what we plan to do is convert an old Singer sewing machine cabinet into a small end table or a side table of sorts. You guys may have seen them on Pinterest or online already, or maybe you have one for yourself, but that is our intention. So off to the shop I'll go, and I'll take you guys with me, and you can see what we accomplish out there. Hopefully everything will go smoothly. There is one thing I don't like about old pieces like this, and it is the straight screws that people used to use. Not sure what they were thinking, but it's always a challenge to get those out. Often it's easier just using a screwdriver versus a drill. I'm so impressed with how this little stand turned out. I wonder what you guys think. I think it's so pretty with those cast iron sides and then the wood drawers and top. Just a pretty industrial look. We really wanted to add that word singer to this piece, kind of as a brace. And I didn't get a video of this, but we actually ended up getting our neighbor to help us. He actually works with this sort of thing, and he cut these parts here. There was like a longer section of cast iron, you know, sticking out this way, and then here, that way. All four sides here had to be, or all four pieces had to be cut here, and then screwed or bolted onto the side. It was a little challenging to kind of come up with that, because as you can tell, if I hold the camera really evenly here, you can tell this is actually not even. Like this side is is at a different angle, or a little shorter, like right here than over here. And I think it was this side that was for the flywheel, like it was cut like at a wider angle here for that wheel. This probably doesn't make any sense, but that's why they're not even, is because of that. But I think if you just look at it first glance, you really don't, you know, think about it, that it's not even. And we were desperate enough, I guess, to get that word singer in here that we just kind of overlooked that. And we noticed the more we put this at a slant, like the more slanted this piece is here, the less you really notice that this little stem here is shorter than this one. But our neighbor Dwayne did such a good job of helping out here. He had a grinder that he cut, you know, these pieces off, and then drilled holes in here to fasten them, you know, onto the sides here. And I really like the look of just keeping these where it's actually naturally worn off, just keeping that gold, or I assume it's naturally worn off. I guess it's not supposed to be that way, but really like the look of that. We had debated to paint it, like to paint this whole piece here, but I told John I kind of like the look of the kind of the distressed wrought iron or cast iron. So the final step here that I want to do is actually apply an Annie Sloan clear wax to the wood. That will just really make things pop and just bring the pretty wood grains out. When John was shopping for these cabinets, he ended up bringing 3 of them home, like 3 separate days. It's just funny because the one week he actually found 3 different cabinets and made trips, you know, to go get them. And finally the third one here was the charm. This was actually the color he'd been looking for. Before, he just kind of took whatever came up because they're kind of hard to find. So we do have 2 more in the shop, and I'm pretty sure we're going to end up making something like this with them. Maybe just sell them in the antique mall. Stay tuned, this is not quite the end of the video yet. Here we are a few weeks after redoing that first cabinet, and we decided to redo the other 2 as well and share them with you guys in this video. So join us as we work on them and enjoy. So what I have here are 2 sets of drawers, and one of them, this one, is going to be turned into a little stand similar to the one you just saw being made. Not quite sure of the colors yet. There's so many different things that could be done with it. First of all, we could not use the top that came with this cabinet because the leaf part was actually too small for the drawers. Like the drawers stuck out underneath from underneath the top, so that would not have looked right. So John is actually going to make a new top for them, probably like a barnwood type of wood. We don't have wood like this, or we just try to match it. I'm not quite sure. I'll probably just I want to keep the legs black. I kind of like that look. But if I go ahead and paint everything white here, I'm not sure would that look right or not. I feel like I would end up maybe painting the legs too. So I'll kind of decide as I go here. I'm not quite sure what I'll end up, you know, doing with this for sure. And the second set here, I plan to turn into maybe a jewelry box or a craft box or sewing drawers. Just something to set on a tabletop. And again, not quite sure what color I'll go with. I think probably white. And this top I was able to use. I just used the original leaf that came with these and cut it down to size, and I think this will fit nicely on top here. You know, if I don't add the cast iron legs, I don't need as much of an overhang, so I think it's going to look okay, and this will make more sense as I work on it. So I think I made my decision for this piece here. I ended up taking these drawers out to the shop, didn't get a video of it, but sanded them down, and it actually has kind of a pretty color underneath that reddish stain. And I think what I'll do is wax them, make them all pretty, and then paint these frame parts black to match the legs. And then the top that we're going to put on here, maybe try to match it as close as possible to these drawers. I think that would give the piece a nice industrial look. Check out the difference here. Amazing. So basically just using the same method as that first cabinet, we put this one together, you know, putting the drawers, frames upside down, you know, onto the top, fastened that, and then eventually added the legs. So getting back to my little white tabletop chest, I am kind of excited about this. I think this is going to turn out pretty cute. I'm going to go ahead and distress the drawers. I want some of that nice dark wood showing through, and I'll probably give it a coat of Annie Sloan clear wax. And I'll probably do something kind of fancy with the top, maybe add a piece of contact paper or wallpaper. The top is that veneer, and sometimes if you paint it, it kind of gets a little ripply and discolored. That's kind of what happened to this one, so I think it'll be nice to cover it up. I am loving this new shirt that I'm wearing. My oldest son got it for me for Christmas. I'll put the link down below in the description box. I'll have to ask him where he got it, but it's so cute. I like this elegant looking wallpaper so much, I decided to line the drawers with it too. So the legs that went with the drawers that I painted white, John actually turned into just a little table of sorts. I thought it turned out so cute. He actually kept the original, like the treadle and the flywheel and all the other parts that are underneath the sewing machine cabinet. He just kept those kind of intact the way they were and just added a beautiful wood top. Didn't get a video of it, but kind of the same concept as the other stands. I hope you guys all had a very Merry Christmas. I didn't share a lot of our Christmas this year on my channel like I did last year, but we definitely had a good time. It's always so much fun, you know, time spent with family. And I also wanted to thank you. Some of you sent me cards and gifts for Christmas. Thank you so much. You really shouldn't have, but I appreciate it. I'm always just blown away, and I've said this before, with how kind you guys are, and like the kind comments I get and messages and then things on the mail. It's just so heartwarming. It's just so encouraging. So thank you for that. And I had mentioned in a video while I was decorating for Christmas, I think once I had mentioned how I was looking for little deer to add to my gingerbread house that is behind me here. And I couldn't really find anything anywhere. And then sure enough, one of the packages we picked up the other day at the post office had some deer in it. So thank you for that. I was not hinting for any, but I definitely am using the smallest one I thought fit perfectly with my gingerbread house. And I ended up giving MB the other two for her room. But we really appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed the video and are maybe inspired to turn that old Singer sewing machine cabinet that you have, or your mom or your grandma, into something beautiful. Not that they're not beautiful the way they are, but I've even seen where people just repaint the actual cabinet. You know, they continue to use it. If it's kind of run down and needs a facelift, just, you know, repaint it. Just does wonders too. It's amazing how some of that old wood, you know, bringing that character out, how beautiful that is. As always, I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.